It's a karmic reaction, which is a token reaction for our purification. Yeah, it's a purification process by Krishna. And I was saying this a couple of days ago in some other session. Now that in my own personal experience, I know personally that my sadhana is much better when I'm feeling down. It's like the Ben Vasta, like that's when you want to chant more sincerely, like it's like Krishna gave up now, I'm yours. Like that. So that's Krishna's way of just pulling us closer to him. Yeah. Okay, we're not gonna get to chapter best number 50. Oh my Krishna. Anyway, let's keep reading. Brahma was displaced. Yeah. So what does he do after creating ignorance? Let's see what he creates.
In the beginning, Brahma created 4 great sages named Sanaka, Sananda, Sanatana, and Sanat Kumara. All of them were unwilling to adopt materialistic activities because they were highly elevated due to their semens flowing upwards.
So the Brahma has immediately created the 4 Kumaras. What are the 4 Kumaras personification of? What do they personify? Knowledge. The 4 Kumaras are personification of knowledge. So Brahma has created ignorance, but because there's 2 problems here. Problem number 1 is ignorance was not there, then the jiva falling down will be trapped in the material world for no good time. He'll immediately go back if there was no ignorance. And if there is only ignorance, then the jiva will not go back. That's another. So in creating a solution, another problem has been created. So to counteract that, Brahma is now creating knowledge. Now it is left with the jiva that falls to say, well, do you want to continue to be trapped by ignorance, or do you want to gain knowledge and rehabilitate and get out? See, so beautiful it is, na? Which part you want to take? Both choices are there. So Krishna never takes away our choice. He puts the choice, and now you fail. Now you decide what you want to do, and then the consequences are according to. So immediately he has created knowledge. But Brahma's objective here is not to create ignorance or knowledge. What's his objective? Main objective to create progeny. That's where we are focused on now. Don't forget this, that we are talking about a progeny project management. And we are bogged down with the faculty of knowledge and faculty of ignorance. That's where we are stuck at this level now. But that's not the objective. Objective was to create a progeny. So now that he has created ignorance and knowledge, do they create progeny is the next question. Let's see what happens.
Brahma spoke to his sons after generating them. My dear sons, he said, now generate progeny. But due to their being attached to Vasudeva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they aimed at liberation, and therefore they expressed their unwillingness.
So Brahma has asked his first children, which are the 4 Kumaras, to create progeny. And the 4 Kumaras are knowledge personified. Who will get married if they are in knowledge? Okay, that's a bad comment I made. Like, why would you get married if you have all the knowledge, right? So the 4 Kumaras said, Shadi? No way, Papa. It's Shadi is Ghar ka barbadi, no. Like that's how we were told, na? Grow up, beta, ek naukri, और एक छोकरी, life will be sorted, right? Get married and life will be sorted, Marriage is a walk in the park. Nobody said it could be Jurassic Park sometimes. Knowledge ही नहीं था तो ignorance में शादी हो गया ना. And you can't go back now. So what to do? बस इसी में रट्टा मारते रहो ना. Anyway, I'm saying too much now. I'm being recorded. So the 4 Kumaras said, नहीं, ये तो शादी तो नहीं करने वाले. ये तो घर का ये झंझट में नहीं फंसना मुझे. We just happy to be the celibates, yeah, brahmacharya, and we want to be Naishtika brahmachari. There are 2 types of brahmacharis. Some are Naishtika, some are the other type, which I can't remember the word. Like Hanumanji, all these are Naishtika, like they'll never get married, yeah. But some brahmacharis do decide to get married later on. So what for this, which I can't remember. Anyway, you can Google it. So the 4 Kumaras are Naishtika brahmacharis. They will not get married, yeah. So they said no. And without marriage, then there is no progeny. Yeah. Let's read next verse.
Although he tried to curb his anger, it came out from between his eyebrows, and a child mixed blue and red was immediately generated.
Oh, refusal.
When it comes to marriage, he doesn't want to read those sections. How many of you are married? Everybody is married.
Only.
Okay, Robin is the happy one. I mean, unmarried, sorry.
Srimad is here.
It's 2 years.
Okay, two of them. Oh, Sarah is there, so yeah.
He's
So-
the only eligible bachelor.
He's the only eligible bachelor. Okay. So he doesn't want to read about marriage. He says, yeah, what is this guy is discussing? Marriage and marriage. Not my kind of thing, no. Not my kind. So he skipped some bases.
6.
But for our benefit, Robin, for our purification,
On the refusal of the sons to obey the order of their father, there was much anger generated in the mind of Brahma, which he tried to control and not express.
so Brahma is, if as parents, when we tell children to do something, and he's telling his children to get married and progenate because that's the objective, in the service of the Lord, by the way, children are saying no. How will Brahma feel? Angry, yeah? Yeah, but in terms of project management, anger is kind of an emotion on the side, but in terms of, like said, the objectives of the project, like how he was dissatisfied, yeah? He's dissatisfied, he feels disobeyed by the sons, yeah? He's displeased, yeah? So initially he was, when he created ignorance, he was displeased, you know? And now let's just go with disobedience, yeah? He's disobeyed by the children. So again, displeased. This is what I was saying. In project management, things don't necessarily go as you plan. From Brahma's point of view, Krishna has supplied the ingredients. I can just quickly assemble them. I've got 4 heads, you know, I can think very fast. I've got all the intelligence. Abhi fatafat kar lenge. And right at the beginning, the project is shaking. And at the moment, he's alone. So it's kind of, let's say, blessing in disguise. But what if there were 2 Brahmas working on this project? And immediately ignorance is created, and children are saying, no, it's like, well, my children are okay, but your children are not okay. No, there's a problem with you. You get out of this project. You know, I'll handle this for Krishna. Immediately, na, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, I was telling you not to create ignorance. Brahma too. I was telling you not to create this, and you went ahead.
We should have done this.
You should have created knowledge first and then ignorance. अभी ये हिंदी में बोलते तू मैं ना, अभी वही होने वाला था ना इनके लाइफ में ना, यही हमारा लाइफ में होता, सही ना? The moment there is 2, which is even husband and wife, or boyfriend girlfriend, or mother and son, or father and son, or 2 friends working together, this is exactly what happens. So we are not alone. No? Even this is happening in Brahma's life as well. But how will he react is that, remember I told you, Bhagavatam teaches what do good people do when troubles come there. How does he react is what lessons we can learn from Brahma. Yeah? So anyway, he was displeased and now he is disobeyed by the children. So what does he do? He gets angry. And because he is a pure devotee, he curbs his anger. Well, at least attempts to curb his anger. So is he able to, or something else happens? Let's see.
7 again. Although he tried to curb his anger, it came out from between his eyebrows, and a child mixed blue and red was immediately generated.
So out of his anger, a next generation, next progeny is created, which is from his eye, from his
Middle of the.
from his between his eyebrows. Who is this? You know this answer already. Yeah? Rudra is created from Brahma. Yeah. So now you can remember the chronology as well. First, forget the Agena Virtis in terms of because they are not personalities. That's a feature of the creation. But first the 4 Kumaras were created, and then the Kumaras said no to progeny. That's when out of frustration and anger, Rudra was created. Yeah. Okay. Next.
After his birth, he began to cry, "O destiny maker, teacher of the universe, kindly designate my name and place."
So the child is of course saying, I have now created this Rudra. Tell me my name and my place. Which is a natural question, right? Next.
The all-powerful Brahma, who was born from the lotus flower, pacified the boy with gentle words, accepting his request, and said, "Do not cry, I shall certainly do as you desire."
Can you read it from there? Can you follow or read? Are you able to read? If you enlarge it a little bit, Robin, like because you can just have one base on the screen at a time, that big,
Yeah.
and then just scroll down. Maybe go even more because we only need one base at a time. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, now it's better.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are on base number 7. Yeah. So anyway, now the name sanskar, nama sanskar is happening, right? Which base are we on now?
9.
Maybe you just say the base number as well, Robin. So you just say 9 and then read. Yeah?
9. 9. The all-powerful Brahma, who was born from the lotus flower. No, I said 9.
Yeah, you
Okay, then you go 10. Yeah.
Thereafter Brahma said, O chief of the demigods, you shall be called by the name Rudra by all people, because you have so anxiously cried.
So Rudra is born, right? That's the point. Next.
My dear boy, I have already selected the following places for your residence: the heart, the senses, the air of life, the sky, the air, the fire, the water, the earth, the sun, the moon, and austerity.
How many is that? How many is that in number? Of the things that created?
10 Rudras.
8, 9,
2,
10,
3,
11.
11. So we know there is 11 Rudras.
11.
And each Rudra has been given a place. So that's why there is 11 residences. Yeah. Then, go on.
Lord Brahma said, My dear boy Rudra, you have 11 other names: Manu, Mahinasa, Mahan, Siva, Rit, Raja, Ugrarita, Bhava, Kala, Vamadeva, and Dhritarvrata.
So that's the 11 names of Rudra. Then there will 11 Rudranis, no? Then 11 wives have been created, which is the next verse, which we will skip. Then let's go to 14. We'll start skipping some verses. Yeah, the ones that don't relate to the discussion, I'll just skip for now. You can
My
read it
dear
later.
boy, you may now accept all of the names and places designated for you and your different wives. And since you are now one of the masters of the living entities, you may increase the population on a large scale.
Now you increase the population on a large. So Brahma is focused on the project at the moment, right? Now you increase progeny, and that too at a large scale. What did the four Kumaras say? Which are the brothers of Lord Shiva or Rudra? They said no. Let's just see the character of Rudra. Does he agree to his father? Is he willing to get married? He's already got the wives, by the way. Will he agree to create progeny or not? That's the question. It's almost like we felt, we started with the event and now we feel we don't have enough manpower. So we hire some more people to help us out. And are they going to make this thing successful? Because that's what we think as when you are creating something, right? And you can apply this in your own life. I'm going back to event coordination for me and Koshananda, Prabhu, and then you guys can just interpose it in your own life, the things that you have to do. Sometimes you are trying to build a house, sometimes you are trying to get a new job, sometimes you are trying to move houses, sometimes you are thinking about increasing your family size, so on and so forth. Sometimes you are trying to invest your money somewhere, positive getting, negative getting. So, no, even whatever, arranging a function, whatever, trying to do a course, Pandacharya or whatever. Then, how there is all these issues, especially when you are dealing with devotees and other people as well. There is tension, yeah? So how do we handle those situations is one of the lessons we can learn from here. So anyway, Brahma said to Shiva, Rudra, please now go and create progeny at a large scale. What does Rudra say?
The most powerful Rudra, whose bodily color was blue mixed with red, created many offspring exactly resembling him in features, strength, and furious nature.
Keep going.
The sons and grandsons generated by Rudra were unlimited in number, and when they assembled together, they attempted to devour the entire universe. When Brahma, the father of the living entity, saw this, he became afraid of the situation.
So, progeny has taken off, but in the other direction. So he was trying to solve the problem by hiring more people, and then only to find out that this is bad hiring people. They are not fit for the job. You have increased the number, but that's not what I want. Your children are so furious. They are now trying to devour the entire material creation, and including me. Have seen this in your life? You try to gain support from people, and then you realize, actually they have got ulterior motives here. And these are not the people that I was actually meant to get, but I have got this. And we find this in workplace, yeah? Sometimes you are really short on staff, and you hire some secondaries and some casual workers, and they end up increasing your workload rather than reducing your workload, right? So again, Koshan and I, Prabhu and I have gone through this, it's like, you want to get more people to help you, and it's like they have done the wrong thing. It's like rather than making pav bhaji, they have used the bread to make buns. they use the bread to make bega, and the manager from the bega stall comes running to us to say, Prabhu, we can't make bega because bun ही नहीं है. बन नहीं है, बन तो ऑर्डर किया था. हाँ, वो पाव भाजी में चला गया. तो पाव भाजी ला के पास जाते हैं कि अभी क्या हुआ, आपका क्यों ना, आपका बन क्यों नहीं है? ओ प्रभु, क्वालिटी और साइज नहीं ठीक था. So we just took it from the other store. Is it okay? So you just have so much to manage. It's like, can I just chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra? And can I also watch some shows? It's like just doing up and down, up and down, up and down. Just management on the go. Yeah. So Brahma is facing this. It's a wrong population. What is good thing about Rudra? He agreed. You are telling me to progenate. I am progeniting. But in our holy, in the Holy Trinity, there is Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Vishnu is the Sarga. He supplies the materials. Brahma is supposed to create. And Rudra is supposed to annihilate. So what Brahma tried to do is that personality who was in charge of destruction, asking him for creation. It's like calling the demolition team to build your house. It's bound to go wrong. उनका materially different होगा, Don't call a demolition team if you want to build a house. You call the builders, and never call the builders when you want to demolish a place, because they'll try to build something there. So, in an attempt to do something, you have to pick the right skills. Just because we are devotees doesn't mean we can put everybody everywhere. And in my case, if you put me in the kitchen, तो सभी खिचड़ी ही बनने वाला है. Because I don't know how to cook. No, I don't know how to do puja. I'm bad at those things. But if you tell me, to explain somebody a book, then Krishna has given me some ability. If you ask me to, manage an event, then Krishna has given me some ability. So, just because, I'm eager to be a devotee doesn't mean, we can be put anywhere. And Jalandhar Prabhu will know this very well, because you do a lot of Southeast management coordination. So, we, in both ways, as a leader, we choose people that are apt for the role. And as ourselves, we also volunteer for those things that we think we can do better. Because if we don't, and in a haste, we select another role, we will create more problems than solutions. Yeah? You get the point? Yes. So Brahma is disturbed by Shiva's progeny. Displeased, disobeyed, and then disturbed by, displeased with ignorance. Disobeyed with the children, Kumaras, and then disturbed by Lord Shiva's progeny. Yeah. Okay. Then what does he do? What do you do as an event coordinator, as a project manager? What do you do in this situation? What do you tell Shiva? बस कर बाबा, ये तेरे बस की बात नहीं है ना. But you know this. If you say that to the person, अभी आप वो ठीक नहीं कर रहे हो, गया काम से ना. You are gone now. As a leader, you are really caught between a rock and a hard place, because you don't want that person to do it, and when you say it, some friction will develop. That person will go and tell the other person, मैं माधवानंद प्रभु के साथ काम करने वाला नहीं है. He thinks he knows everything perfect. मैं ऐसा कर रहा था, and उसने मुझे रुका दिया. He thinks he knows better. मैं भी तो ठीक ही कर रहा था यार. चलो मैं परफेक्ट नहीं हूँ, but मैं ठीक ही. This is how we'll talk now. मैं ठीक ही कर रहा था. मेरा ओपिनियन भी ठीक ही था. But boy, he rejected it like left and said, मैं टेम्पल जाऊंगा ही नहीं. मैं भक्ति वृक्षा आने वाला ही नहीं. वो प्रभु ने मुझे बोला कि बर्तन इधर से साफ करो, उधर से मत साफ करो. भक्ति वृक्षा में यही होता है. और छोटे छोटे बात भी एक एक बात बोलते हैं. मैं तो घर पे ही चेंज करूंगी. अरे थोड़ा सा नमक हो गया था दाल में, इतना बोला कि सोल्ट ही मत छोड़ो. अरे चला लेते लेमन छोड़ के ना, ऐसा ही बात करते. So Brahma, if he tells Shiva to stop, he's gone. But let's see what he does. He has got a role to play, right? What does he do?
Brahma told Rudra, O best among the demigods, there is no need for you to generate living entities of this nature. They have begun to devastate everything on all sides with the fiery flames from their eyes, and they have even attacked me.
This is called completely pear shaped now, right? And we feel sorry for Brahma, right? So, full stop. Please stop now. No, like just stop. This is not good. Please stop. I'm in danger now. My role is in danger. Then,
My dear son, you had better situate yourself in penance, which is auspicious for all living entities, and which will bring all benediction upon you. By penance only shall you be able to create the universe as it was before.
so Brahma has told Rudra to stop. No, bahut ho gaya creation. As it is, it's totally useless population you have created. And you go and do austerity now. No? Because that may fix you. And therefore, after that, your children might be slightly better. Or if not, then at least these hooligans you have created, they might be slightly better fitted for the job later. But for now, please suspend all this creation. Too many of wrong population, yeah, which we literally see in the world today. It's like the population today, with all due respect, is like dangerous, right? The teenagers are dangerous on the streets. Yeah, our children are much better for sure. But you see them on the the scooter and the e-bike, and oh my god, the way they ride without helmets. Oh, it's outside our generation of stupid things to do, right? I'm sure we also did silly things, but what they do is like extremely unnecessary and harmful and dangerous. Yeah, that's the population we are facing today.
Dangerous to others as well.
Dangerous to others, yeah, that's the most important thing. अगर खुद को मरना है ठीक है जा ना, but why do you have to kill others on the street, right?
Stabbing for no reasons.
Stabbing for no reasons, oh, for fun, I guess, yeah, there's no reasons, yeah. So unwanted progeny, which we literally see, Jayate Varna Sankara, Krishna told Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, Jayate Varna Sankara. So Varna Sankara, unwanted progeny, Prabhupada translates as Varna Sankara. So anyway, Brahma tells Shiva to do austerity. Again back to tapasya, back to sadhana. If we have done something wrong, or if things are not going according to plan, so maybe our plan is wrong, or maybe our plan is right, but the things are not fitting, the elements are not fitting. But in any case, go back to sadhana, go back to austerity, go back to tapasya, go back to chanting. That's tapasya in Kali Yuga. So when we go back to chanting and begging Krishna to make it work, then things might turn around a little bit better in our life. Yeah? So this is in any situation, let's say there is some difficulty even in the marriage life, for example, yeah. Then rather than trying to find fault and not trying to do so many things and all those things which may be necessary, I'm not denying that. But if we just take shelter of Krishna and get proper guidance, then there is some hope, Otherwise, the tension can just build and build and build and then finally come out as volcano, yeah. Because there's just so much of pressure in the material world, yeah. And like how I think most of us can relate to this. I think all of us can. After COVID, the pressure level has gone up. It's just like nothing makes sense now. Every time there is just like torment, yeah, from finance, from relationships, from employment, from education, from health. It's like everything seems not falling in place. It's either too expensive, or it's untimely, or it's just too much demand. It's just like never-ending amount of work, and life is just like, my gosh, really, really challenging, yeah. And we are supposed to be working hard for food, and what we are facing is that we are working hard without even good food. It's like katumba roti is what we manage with. Kalka rice, today's fried rice. It's like Helga's bread. It's just like no time to cook, no time to sit down nicely and eat with children and whatever. It's like just grab some cereal in the morning and run to the office. Lunchtime, sit in front. For those of you who are sitting in front of the laptop, sit in front of the laptop, type, and just keep eating. Yeah, there's no lunch break. Then come home, we are just fried out. Then waste the time. Then people are telling us, not to eat the restaurant food, not to do Uber Eats because it looks good and tastes good, but it's completely unhealthy. It's just like processed food, cooked in bulk, and there's so much of spices thrown in there just to make it expensive and taste buds to be tantalized. But it's not good for us because it's not home cooked, yeah. But then you can't cook at home because there's no time. And if you cook at home, then when the chanting will be done? When are children taken to karate and dances and swimming and all that? And then when is my time? It's like by the time it's 9 o'clock, it's like devote. And for us, if chanting is left and it's 9 o'clock, then every beach look like Fasi ka fanda hai, na? Abhi to Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. It's like, and wife comes and soja. Even you are putting Krishna in trouble now by this kind of chanting. Imagine, we are supposed to lead kirtan. One Mataji was singing very nicely. But imagine we are sitting here for 20 minutes for kirtan and somebody is singing in a horrible way. And we have to sit down and listen for 20 minutes. We will be saying, Abhi band kar na. So imagine we sing that to Krishna every day. Driving and Hare Krishna. Krishna will say, yaar, theek hai, but अभी थोड़ा बैठ के बात करते हैं आपने सामने. तू मुझसे बात कर रहा है या टीवी देख रहा है? It's nice, but अभी हो क्या रहा है? You want me or you want Virat Kohli on the screen? What do you want? So he will only reciprocate half-heartedly, ना? हमारा half-hearted है, तो उसका भी half-hearted ही होगा ना. अब थोड़ा दिया ठीक है, he is more gentleman than us, but still na the impact is lost na, because what is Prabhu told me. Now he said the attentive chanting takes 7 minutes, one round, and inattentive chanting takes 7 minutes. So better to do attentive chanting because both will take 7 minutes. So might as well do attentive chanting. Yeah? So it helped me actually. So anyway, so austerity, sadhana, back to sadhana. Yeah, let's see what happens. Then which verse we are on?
19.
So we'll skip all this. Let's jump further. Let's go to 20, because this is all about Shiva's austerity now, right? Which he does. So we come back to the. Let's go back to 27. Let's go back to 20. Let's go to 27. See what happens. Or 28. Oh, sorry.
O Vidura, we have heard that Brahma had a daughter named Vak, who was born from his body and who was attracted to who attracted his mind towards sex, although she was not sexually inclined towards
So
it.
then he created. So now Brahma, when Shiva has stopped progeny, Brahma has created a daughter as well. Hoping that through the daughter the progenation will take off, and her name was Vak. This is slightly sensitive topic. I'll mention it briefly. But somehow the other, that Ajnana Vritti that Brahma has created has engulfed him as well. And because of that, momentarily, and we don't judge Brahma here, because it's a deep lesson here for another day, which I'll explain in detail. But for now, he has momentarily, circumstantially developed some attraction for that personality. Yeah. Now, at the end of the day, everybody is Brahma's children. Even we are Brahma's children. Yeah. So we have also married our spouse. Yeah. So in one sense, actually, we have married our sibling only, because we are all Krishna's children or Brahma's children at the end of the day. Yeah. So Brahma has temporarily, developed some kind of attraction towards the daughter. This is extreme. In this particular aspect of the project, he has digressed. He has distracted. Yeah. So from displeased to disobeyed to disturbed, now he is distracted. And here the focus, at least in the others, his emotions were reactionary in nature. Yeah? He reacted to something that was happening to him. Here he is to be blamed for his own distractions. So not that every time the failure can be attributed to the others. In leaderships, also be cognizant that we are part of the problems. And in fact, we may be more problematic than the others. Yeah. So in analyzing a situation which is not going according to plan, always remember, Bhagavatam teaches us to put yourself first. Are we doing the right thing or are we distracted? And what can be our distractions in sadhana, in Krishna consciousness? Some of the distractions can be power, some can be prestige. Sometimes we may also be distracted with money because we want to use, let's say, the community resources for our own benefits. So many types of distractions could come. We may start liking somebody else, which we are not supposed to be doing if we are already in a married relationship. So many things can happen, and it can happen in Bhakti Vriksha. It can happen in the temple because it's a congregation with lot of people. So many different things can happen. Yeah. So distractions can come also in our life, even on the path of bhakti. So many obstacles. Brahma at the moment, if we see, has been zero successful. Everything is failure only. And whom is he employed by? Krishna. So when we find failure